a show I've wanted to do for years. In fact, we actually kind of half-shot this show like 5 years ago, but now we're back to really do it. Essex Street Market. This is one of the markets, like La Marqueta up in Spanish Harlem and Arthur Avenue in the Bronx, that Fiorello LaGuardia opened up in the 1930s to get vendors off the streets, away from push carts, and give them a sense of ownership. And this Essex Street Market's really reflected this neighborhood over the years. It's changed, the neighborhood's changed. It's had its ups, it's had its downs, and it's certainly having an up now. It's an amazing little market. We're gonna go inside today and visit a whole bunch of vendors. The Dominican guys in the middle, the Korean store, and then all the little boutique stuff with the great cheeses and the great Greek stuff and the little Japanese guy and the heritage foods. So much good food in this market. I'm living in this neighborhood now. I am in love with this market. It's one-stop shopping. Essex Street Market, all about food, all about ingredients. Let's go in and do this. I'm walking to the door. I'm Mike Colameco, chef and food lover. Come with me and meet some of today's most interesting chefs and their crews that work in their kitchens. Real chefs, real restaurants, and real recipes. That's what's on the menu. This is Mike Colameco's Real Food. Mike Colameco's Real Food is brought to you by the continuous, generous support of the following underwriters.
Colavita, a true Italian.
King Arthur Flour, educating bakers since 1790. Recipes online at kingarthurflour.com. From artichokes to roasted red peppers, from balsamic to truffle oil, Roland brings the world to you. Roland, global importers of specialty food. Rachel Ray's signature specialty food line. From her all-natural extra virgin olive oils and balsamic vinegars to her stock in a box, designed for preparing meals at home. From Welshire Farms comes Lou's Garrett Valley Naturals, a collection of our recipes made from minimal ingredients without added antibiotics, hormones, nitrates, nitrites, or artificial ingredients. Lou's Garrett Valley Naturals.
By the time this airs, I'll be living here, man. And I'm stoked because I've been in West Village for 6 years. I love the neighborhood, great music venues, amazing food, amazing restaurants. I think the only other neighborhood I would consider to be the Lower East Side to match it. Amazing music venues, amazing little restaurants, cool restaurant scene, and food shopping. So instead of being in the Chelsea market, I'll be shopping here for about half the price. No offense to the lobster place. I love the lobster place in Chelsea Market, but prices here are crazy. I mean, salmon $9.99, filet of flounder $9.99. Really clean quality yellowtail tuna, $12.99. Red snapper, I'm in. This is farm raised, I'm not gonna touch it. Farm raised, I don't eat it. Whiting, I love whiting. Put these in a little pan with some flour, man. So delicate. $3.99 a pound, how do you go wrong? Squid, $4.99 cleaned. And not one, not two, 3 kinds of shrimp. Got to love it. Here with Rona Economou. I've come here, bought the chickpeas, bought the olive oil cake, bunch of sweets, spinach pie. How long have you been here at the Essex Street Market?
A little over 2 years.
What did you do before this?
I was a lawyer.
No way. Like a practicing lawyer, like past the New York bar.
Yeah, I just realized I didn't like to be in an office by myself all day. Sure.
Every day you have a consistent offering. I know you've got the spinach pie, I know you've got the salad, the chickpea salad, olive oil feta.
I have a lima bean salad, I have a white bean soup, feta flatbread that's very traditional in a lot of parts of Greece.
And what's the cake, the kind of dark looking?
That's carrot cake. That's totally my mother's cake, her recipe.
And the almond flour thing that's like classic, that little...
Yeah, that's called a kourabie. Kourabiedes in Greek. It's a butter almond cookie. I am happy. I'm happy that I'm my own boss. I'm happy I get to work with my hands. And number one, I'm happy that I hang out with customers all day.
Have a safe trip. Thanks.
I'm here at this little tiny stall called Ni, and this is the owner Atsushi. Explain Ni, because I can count a little bit in Japanese. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, ro, si, shaku. So number 2.
Number 2 is Ni, and that's my wife's favorite number.
You're like Rona. You're working long hours here.
Pretty much, but me and my wife take turns.
Okay. She cooks as well.
Yes.
Tell us what you sell at the stall so we know.
We do mostly like vegan and vegetarian stuff, traditional Japanese dishes. Some salads we came up with, because there's so many different ingredients in New York City.
What do you have in the rice balls today? One of them has salmon, octopus.
Salmon, forbidden rice.
That black rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool stuff.
We're supposed to roll it with seaweed.
Show me how.
Just put it in the middle.
All right.
That's how you do it.
It's delicious.
Thank you.
And super healthy.
Yes.
My kind of food. Whole grains, rice. Seaweed's always great on the outside. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
remember coming in here 7, 8 years ago and discovering all the way in the back, against the back wall where we're standing at the Essex Street Market, Formaggio Essex, which was this amazingly curated little stall. Anne Saxe will be up front, has the American cheese end covered. That's all she does. She came out of the Murray's thing. She knows cheese, all domestic. Back here, you've got imported cheeses and a ton of ingredients, but it's a small stall. And what I was just blown away with, because I've been in this business all my life, in retail and a restaurant, was just how specifically well curated. And I'm using that word a lot these days because it really is curated. You know, you have a little bit of shelf space, so you may as well have the best stuff you can on it. So we start in the back with butters from around the world, fresh butters. You've got a sheep's milk butter in there from Canada that just came in. This is an Umbrian olive oil from Italy that they sell. They sell the little glass bottles, they tap it open. Extraordinarily single orchard oil, extra virgin, phenomenal. Spices from all around. The owner's Turkish, he's based in Boston, but he gets these spices from all over the place. Ethiopia, all over, these like spices that you would die to find. Various types of fleur de sel, various types of sea salt, more olive oils. You know I love canned fish, so we've got these great tunas and octopuses in here from around the world. Everyone today is into bartending, so we've got all sorts of extracts up here. We got little artisanal bitters, all kinds of rice, all kinds of sticks. Down here is amazing selection of honeys. This is acacia honey. The Europeans are really, really big on this. Here's another one, sherry wine vinegar here that's amazing, that they'll sell you loose. The cheeses are dope. Chocolate, we got chocolate too. Great, great, great store. Roni-Sue,
Yeah?
how long have you been here in the market?
I started in October of 2007, so I'll be celebrating my 5th anniversary the end of this month. You know, I've been making chocolates for over 25 years just as, you know, a passionate amateur.
On a day-to-day basis here, you're baking, you're making chocolates, you're making caramels, your daughter's involved.
Yeah.
So you do the pie thing.
I do the pie thing, yeah.
And what got you started in the pie thing?
Well, I've always baked pie. You know, our family is very much a food family, and that was like my thing.
So today you're baking this pie. Describe to me what's in
Yeah,
here.
so this is the liquid component of the bourbon ginger pecan pie, which is sort of my signature pie.
Okay.
Pecans, there's candied ginger, Maker's Mark bourbon, grade B maple syrup, dark sugar as well. People order through my website and they can pick up here at the shop.
Give us a website.
I deliver.
Let's merchandise.
Firstprizepies.com.
Firstprizepies.com.
Exactly.
Okay. We're gonna taste something. What do you have?
Yeah.
This is one of your signature babies?
So yeah, it's a version of our signature butter crunch candy, and it's a toffee that we make with Brooklyn Brewery beer syrup, and it's rolled in crunchy beer nuggets that we make from Martin's pretzels and some peanut.
Addictive.
Yeah. It's dangerous.
We've been here from 2008, but the Girls Club has been around for decades.
Yeah,
We
right.
started from small, and we're growing big now.
And the baked goods are stuff that the girls do?
Yeah, the girls come after school, and they learn how to bake with a professional baker. They have a curriculum. After 8 weeks, they graduate, they get a certificate and a stipend, and they move on to other programs. Growing up here on the Lower East Side, it's changed so much. I mean, coming to the market as a child and looking at it now, working here, it's like amazing.
You're doing this with your son, but tell me about this little business that you're launching that's brand new.
This is really exciting, and it's exciting because I'm doing it with my son. He was in the nightclub business, and every Tuesday we would bake cookies together, and he would bring them for his staff. People would say, you know, these cookies are so great. You and your mom should open a store. And I was old enough to know that that was just very sweet, but you don't do it.
Thank you.
But here
But you
I
did.
am. But here I am. So we did a couple of pop-ups, and we loved working together, and people loved the cookies. And when the opportunity to be in this market came along, this was really his idea. It's been so great to get out and to actually meet cookie lovers. It's a great community.
And it keeps getting better, I gotta tell you. Congratulations,
Thanks so much.
Greenspan. You know her work. You know her from her books. Thanks.
We started out on the south side of Delancey in '76.
You've been in this building for how long?
Since 95.
So you're
Yes.
one of the oldest tenants.
We are the oldest tenants now in the building.
Talk a bit about how, I mean, 95 to 05 to now was a big, big difference.
It was pretty gruesome. Prostitutes, junkies, used to find dead people in the bathrooms, you know, things like that.
Charming, yes, the Lower East Side, the way it used to be, folks. And how did you decide to go from fish market, which is what you had been, to
Okay,
Jew?
when I first started here, I had a live carp tank over there because we had a lot of Jewish customers that wanted live carp.
Gefilte fish.
They were starting to die off, and I saw all this space, and I said to my partner, I think I'm going to open a juice bar and a bakery because, you know, the neighborhood's changing and people want juice. And he said, it's a terrible idea. So it turned out to be a good idea, but yeah, people are pretty amazed. I mean, we make wedding cakes.
You also do baking and wedding cakes?
I do all the baking, and my partner does all the decorating. Then I started to make fish sandwiches.
And it's just grown, continued success.
Thank you.
Great story. Tucked in the back wall of this market is Pain d'Avignon, which is a bakery relatively new to New York. They're out in Long Island City, where Tomcat got started, 20 odd years ago. But it's one of these amazing artisanal bakeries with these super great breads that you just want to eat more of. Not that we should be eating all that much bread, but I gotta love great bread. So you've got your ciabatta, you got your mini ciabatta, you got this typical sourdough rolls here. Pullman loaf, it's like a classic. Well, that's what American bread used to be, but this really tastes like something. This ain't your dad's Wonder Bread. I love these baguettes. This is just this wonderful petite baguette with this great sour crust and all that crunch on it. Little individual breads, and come here in the morning for coffee. We got your sweet tooth stuff covered, right? Love the place. Patrick Martin's Heritage Foods.
Hey, Mike, thanks for coming over.
Talk about Heritage Foods for the three people that might not know to this day what you do.
Heritage Foods is basically based off the premise that you have to eat it in order to save it. People don't know necessarily that there are a lot of types of goats and turkeys and chickens and pigs and lamb varieties. And actually, 99% of those different varieties, each coming from a different place, from different farmers, different tastes, actually are all on the brink of extinction.
You're able, through Heritage Foods, to link small family farms that have unique histories, growing unique animals in a humane, often organic, natural way, to a marketplace that they didn't have access to before you came along. $5 chops?
Yes,
$5 for grass-fed, New York, local, amazing.
And it's heritage breeds, so these breeds are Gloucester Old Spot,
Dorie,
Tamworth, Berkshire, Red Wattle, all that.
People want to buy from you, they can go to heritagefoodsusa.com?
Yep, heritagefoodsusa.com.
I'm here with Luis Batista. The name of the store is Batista.
Exactly.
How
yeah.
long has your family had a store here?
Well, my father just started it like 24 years ago.
And you guys sell everything. You're like a mini supermarket. I don't know what half this stuff is. Walk through and tell me what this is.
All right. This is cassava, yuca.
Cassava, okay.
This one is coming from Dominican Republic, from my country. This is the yellow yautía. This is the lila. It's purple inside.
Breadfruit?
Breadfruits.
Where's this coming from?
It's coming, most of them come from the Caribbean.
I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I don't know what it is. And then I smell it. And it's cilantro. It's some other type of cilantro. Here's a regular kind that I'm used to seeing. By the way, how much is this?
That's $1, the whole bunch.
$1 for this handful.
The whole bunch.
Yeah, this in my supermarket will be $4. And this is the same, but this almost seems to have more flavor.
Exactly. This is a little bit stronger.
Great store, man.
Really,
Great
really
success. Andrew.
Hi.
Hey man, talk a bit about this store for folks that don't know.
Sure, absolutely. So our motto is basically buy American farmstead cheese. It's all American and it's all farmstead, which means that the people who make the cheese also own and care for the animal. Full line of dairy, sheep's milk yogurt, cow's milk yogurt, creme fraiche, fromage frais. So this is a fantastic cheese from Consider Bardwell
Come on,
Farm.
I know this woman. This is Angela Miller, who's a literary agent for some big names like Mark Bittman, among others.
So the farm is in West Dorset, Vermont.
Right.
The quality of the raw materials there is second to none in America. So this cheese is called Slyborough. It's a cheese that is produced only for us. It's a really, really beautiful cheese that's washed with a hard cider from upstate New York.
Got those little eyes there.
This one is brewed and it comes right through.
This is brilliant.
We have unbelievable customers in this neighborhood. It's a big city, but we feel like a small neighborhood shop.
You have a friend in cheeses. Just remember that, folks. It's wonderful, man. So good. Thanks a lot for doing this.
It's been absolutely my pleasure, man.
best farm fruits and vegetables. It's been like this all day. It's 9 deep. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm waiting for it to slow down. It's not happening. This is a Korean grocery store. In New York, the term Korean grocery was invented. And this is like a Korean grocery on steroids. So we've got, what is this thing? I don't know. It's giant. It's not a papaya. It's a yaodawa. We got like a wall of this stuff. I mean, you'd think you were in a Mexican or Hispanic bodega. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 styles of various colors salsa. A whole wall of De Cecco pasta. As far as supermarket pastas go, this is Italian artisanal pasta, and it's like $2.29 a pound here. That's cheap. I come to this market, right? I go shopping like, what do I need the supermarkets for? I really don't. I walk here, I've got everything from all these great grocery stores, and then the little artisanal stuff. Who doesn't love the Essex Street Market? I mean, one-stop shopping. We walked out of the Essex Street Market, literally cut through the municipal parking garage, like walked in the garage on one side and exited on Ludlow Street. We're at Kuma Inn. Kuma Inn. Chef owner, I love him. King is an amazing guy, half Philippine, half Thai. Real soul cook. Loves to cook stuff, big flavors, funky stuff, delicious. So we're gonna open the door, we're gonna tie it back, because that's what we're supposed to do, and then we're gonna go eat. King Phojanakong. Last time you were I saw those Pig Island, but you were there with 25 other people. I love your dish. Kuma Inn is the name of the restaurant.
Yes.
Kind of hidden on the second floor on Ludlow Street.
Very hidden.
So you're half Philippine, half Thai.
Yes.
Incredible food traditions, both cultures.
Yes, they're great. A lot of similarities, but also some differences as well.
This is cool. You know I live by the ocean when I'm not in Cape May. You know I swim in the ocean, I fish in the ocean, I love it. Bluefish are running right now. You caught this fish.
Yes, just a couple of days ago we went out for some blues and we got it.
You nailed them. This is a nice size fish.
It's a nice size. We're gonna use this tonight for our special. I'm gonna take it off the bone, fillet it, and just portion it out. We're gonna do little mushrooms, king oyster mushrooms.
Yes.
They're great. Yeah, and then
really delicious.
We slice them up like this, and then we're gonna saute that. A little garlic, the bamboo shoots, the mushrooms.
Bingo.
Now we have grilled bluefish, soy, ginger glaze, crispy bamboo shoots, oyster mushrooms, and scallions.
You know, you're a good chef, man.
Pork belly's looking good. Bringing us back to Pig Island, right?
Yeah, brother.
Pork belly that we braise for about 3 hours and deep fried on the pickup. And the sauce is a little soy sauce, vinegar, and some Thai chilies.
Just super crispy on the outside. Falls apart.
This is one of our signature dishes. These are rice noodles. We have just steamed our rice crepes, and now we're gonna pan fry them. And then we're gonna finish it with this. I call it a Kuma bolognese. We use ground pork, fermented black beans, Thai chilies, a little oyster sauce, fish sauce, palm sugar.
Smells great.
It's one of our more popular dishes.
No, this is really, really good. How do I eat this again? Show me this thing again.
Oh, and this is Thai glutinous rice, sweet pork sausage, and a Thai chili lime sauce.
So again, it's finger food.
Finger food. Pick up a ball, make a ball of rice. So it's nice and sticky again.
Okay.
Grab a sausage at the end of that, and then dip it in the Thai chili lime sauce. So the rice is kind of your base, and then you have sweet, sour, salty, spicy. This is our most spicy, very spicy. That's all, the green is from the Thai chili limes.
Super delicious. It has all the flavor elements, textural elements, hot, sweet, salty, spicy, sour, fishy, funky, porky, fatty. I mean, it's like everything's covered.
Yeah. Cheers, Mike.
Cheers. Essex Street Market. Love that place, man. I mean, you know, I miss the West Village a bit because it was such a urbane and the cobblestone streets and all that stuff. But you know, we got the Essex Street Market, cool jazz clubs, cool music venues, and the Essex Street Market's so much cheaper. Like the food down there is crazy, crazy cheap and super quality. Love the guys at Heritage Foods. So that's where I do all my shopping now. My subway stops, the F train underneath the Essex Street Market. Pop upstairs, hit my supermarket, head back to the apartment and cook. Makes life easy, convenient. So we didn't cover the fish guys at Essex Street because they didn't want to be on camera. That's okay, you're allowed, but we're going to cover them here. They've got a couple of fish stalls. We had the guys on the end that have the crazy juice bar fish market. That was cool. There's also Korean guys in the middle who did not want to be on camera. It's got a great little fish thing, and the prices are, you know, it's cheap. It's downtown, man. You got a lot of people down there that are not rich people. So you got to have stuff priced accordingly, which means I get to find one of my favorite fish, whiting. These are little, tiny, cleaned whiting. They're tiny, they're gonna cook in no time at all. So I'm gonna go way old school with these. I've got these wonderful little purple potatoes. We're just gonna boil these, simmer them I should say, for about 20, 25 minutes till they're done. We're gonna fork mash them up. And then we're just gonna saute the fish and lay them right on top of the potatoes. And then so you eat, you go down, you cut through the fish, you get the potato. We're gonna have some lemon juice, some parsley, because that's how we do fish. First, let's mash the potatoes. So, in the pan. All right, we have water, we have potatoes. What do we need to add? Glass. Come on. Salt. We're going to bring that to a simmer, bring it to a boil, then turn it down. If you're going to do this classic dish with the fish and brown butter and olive oil and the milk and flour thing, you have to add a little bit of chopped parsley because it's part of the tradition of what they call Meunière style fish. You can just cut to any stock shot of me chopping parsley. Mind the annals. Now, we're going to season the flour, of course, and we're going to season the fish here again too. Now, a bit of olive oil there. And how do we know it's hot? Because it's smoking. That's a good sign. Hot pan. That pan's 400 plus degrees. All right, so, and I'm going to do these all the same way. So first in milk, then in flour, just like Grandma would do. Yeah, we're going to serve this fish flesh side up. So that's the side that's going to go down. I'm going to cook these. This is typically when I cook fish. I cook it about 75%, 80% on one side only, and that's the side I'm going to serve up to the customer, to the guests, to myself. So I'm cooking this fish 3/4 to 80% on that flesh side. Then we'll flip it over to the skin side and just finish it. And you can already see it's cooking around the edges. You can already tell. This fish is so thin. It cooks so fast. That's the color I want. And part of the reason you get that nice color is that whole milk-flour combo works wonders. And they're going to cook maybe 15 seconds on this side just to crisp them up, then out of the pan, then I'll add the other two. And we'll check our potatoes and get ready for dinner. No reason to cook these things past where they're done. That's my first batch. Let's get a little fresh olive oil in here. And you can see a lot of times when I saute things, I'll put them on a seafood towel to drain them. But because this is extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to have olive oil and butter in the sauce, the flavors are just going to carry over. I ain't going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. Looking to test these potatoes with a trusty paring knife. No, not ready. Close. 5 more minutes. Probably 20 minutes in the pan. Add a little salt in the beginning. Add some pepper now, and we'll test them later. Add some olive oil before we even get started. And I want to be generous with the olive oil because that's a big part of the flavor here. And we're just gonna mash them up. Smell good, smell like olive oil. Pinch of salt, pinch more olive oil. All right, this is real simple. We're just gonna get some butter. Get a little olive oil in there while we're at it. And we're gonna let this butter, well, that's probably enough right there, isn't it, folks? You can smell that butter. It's beginning to brown. Fresh parsley. A little acid. All right, so we're just gonna get the whiting. Gingerly drape. You know, if you have a spatula, Michael, use it. Do me a favor, chef. Bingo. I love whiting. I wish Americans ate more fish like whiting, croakers, porgies, those kinds of fish. You know, I go on these rants all the time about what we eat. You know, I see people buying tilapia. I'm like, why would you buy tilapia? Why would you buy farm-raised fish from halfway across the world when you can eat like great domestic local fish? 85% of the seafood, I know it's at least 80% of the seafood we eat in America is imported. That drives me nuts. Support local fisheries. Local scallops, local shrimp, local flounder, local fluke, bluefish. Try and do this every show we can. Whiting's another one of these great fish, underappreciated, super flaky, super delicious. Anyway. Needs a pinch of salt. But that's good. All right. Shout out to my people at the Essex Street Market. Love that store. Expect to see me shopping a lot, well, not a lot, pretty much every day when I eat in there, and that little market's going to become a part of the show because that's going to be getting most of my ingredients from. Great, cheap, local, fantastic, a New York institution. Fiorello LaGuardia. Thank you. Thank you, thank you from all of us. See you next week. Mike Colameco's Real Food is brought to you by the continuous, generous support of the following underwriters.
Imported from Italy, Anna pasta is made from 100% Italian durum wheat semolina and pure spring water, slowly dried to cook al dente. Recipes online at cento.com.
Colavita, a true Italian.
From artichokes to roasted red peppers, from balsamic to truffle oil, Roland brings the world to you. Roland, global importers of specialty food. From Welshire Farms comes Lou's Garrett Valley Naturals, a collection of our recipes made from minimal ingredients without added antibiotics, hormones, nitrates, nitrites, or artificial ingredients. Lou's Garrett Valley Naturals.
Mancini, maker of American fire-roasted peppers.